Welcome back to Brent's Hangar, Brent Barnett, and this is another segment in our ongoing Nothing But Options series. And now we're going to discuss the 3 up, 2 down, which is 3 rack toms, 2 floor toms, a kick and snare. I'm going to create a cymbal configuration that I like, and I'm going to keep it that way throughout the entire segment. I'm also going to have a couple different tom placement variations. Now, everything on top is going to remain the same, but the ground is going to change. What we're focusing on here is how adaptable Gibraltar is in any situation and how you can use it to customize your setup. This is our 3 up, 2 down configuration within our Nothing But Options video series. What I've got is rack toms 8, 10, 12, floor toms 14, 16, 22-inch bass drum, 14-inch snare. Now my cymbals, I've got 2 crashes, a ride, and hi-hats placed in a very common place. This is a very common setup that you would see at a music store. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bunch of cymbals to this setup. And I'm going to show you a variety of different hardware combinations that you can use to maintain the exact same cymbal configuration. I'm also going to play with the tom placement a little bit and make sure all the cymbals stay the same. So what I added to this setup on top of what I already had was 2 more crashes, 2 chinas, a splash, and an auxiliary hi-hat. So this is option A, it's cymbal stands. I just use cymbal stands and cymbal stand accessories in order to mount all the drums and cymbals. Let's get into it. Core is 8, 10, 12, 14, snare, bass drum. This is the most important part of the kit. It's what needs to feel the most comfortable so I can get to everything very easily and get the job done. So I didn't want to mount my drums on the bass drum. I wanted them off the bass drum on a separate stand. So what I did was I utilized my cymbal stand, my main cymbal stand on my left side and my right side to mount toms. So I've got my 8 and 10-inch toms mounted to my left main crash cymbal stand using the SC-DPC. This is just a double tom mount clamp that attaches directly to an existing stand. Allows you to consolidate so you don't have to have 2 different stands holding your rack toms as well as your cymbal. For the splash, I use the SC-LRA to attach it to the excess tom arm that I had left over that's holding my 10-inch tom. It allowed me to place my splash right in between my 8 and 10-inch, which is very comfortable for me to get to, and it's very low profile. There's not a lot of metal and hardware there, so it's very easy to tuck it in right where you want it. Now my secondary crash on the left-hand side, I use the SC-CLBRA, which is a boom arm that you can attach directly to another boom arm. As you see right here, I can adjust the angle in, I can bring it in, I can push it away, I can adjust vertically. There's a lot of different things you can do with this so that you cut down on the amount of floor space that you're using with stands. Now my china, I just put it on its own cymbal stand. Now on my right-hand side of the kit, I've got my 12-inch tom mounted to the cymbal stand that's holding my main crash. And I'm using the SC SLRM. It's a single tom arm that has a clamp on the back that you can attach directly to an existing cymbal stand. It helps consolidate pieces. You don't have to have 2 different stands. Now I've got my ride cymbal on its own cymbal stand. Then I've got my X-hat. Use the 9707XB. It's just got like a 12-inch boom arm with a clamp on the end, and I attach it directly to the base of this stand so I can tuck it in there nice, tight, and neat right between my 14 and 16-inch floor toms. I've got my secondary crash on the right-hand side mounted to my china cymbal stand using the SC-CLAC. This is a long boom arm with a clamp on the end that allows me to clean up the floor a little bit without having to use another cymbal stand. So now we're at option A1, which is our second tom configuration. We're still in the cymbal stand category. All the cymbals, the stands, the hardware, it's the exact same as the option A. All I did was just move the toms around. The hardware is identical. So let's have a look at our core. Our core has changed. It used to be 3 rack toms, a floor tom, kick and snare. Now it's our 12-inch tom. Our ride cymbal's a part of it now. 16 floor, 14-inch snare, 22-inch bass drum. This is our core. Everything else has stayed the exact same. The 2 crashes are mounted the exact same way. The splash is mounted off our L rod. And I got my china on the exact same cymbal stand I did before, only now the cymbal stand is holding the 8 and 10-inch tom. They used to be over the bass drum, but now the double tom mount is mounted directly to the china stand. So I tossed my 14 over on the left-hand side. This is great for doing double stops, so you don't have to turn all the way over to your right-hand side, tweak your back to play. Plus, it gives you a different way of hitting the drums, different sequence in how your hands hit the kit. You're going to pull out different sounds. Now, my right side of the kit, there's nothing different except for the fact I moved the ride cymbal over just a little bit over the bass drum so it's more comfortable on my shoulder. Well, that's it for this segment. Thanks for watching. We have a ton of these videos in our Nothing But Options series. Just go to our channel and check out the Nothing But Options playlist. They're all there. Now, if you're interested in the parts list for any of the setups that I did in this video, there's a PDF that you can download off the website, and you can get there by clicking on the link down in the description.